Ultrasound schedule in pregnancy. Before we talk about the ultrasound schedule, that is the timings of the visit to the ultrasound department by the pregnant woman, let us talk about the LMP, that is the last menstrual period. So the last menstrual period is the very first day of spotting or bleeding of the latest menstruation, and it is considered the first day of the gestational age of the fetus. It is important to understand that the fetus has not been yet conceived inside the uterus, and it will be conceived about 2 weeks after this date. Still, this is the date from which the age of the fetus is calculated, be it the gestational age, which is calculated from the last menstrual period, or be it the ultrasound estimated menstrual age. So all the ages of the fetus are calculated from this date. So keeping this fact in mind, let us proceed to the main section. Number of visits a pregnant woman has to undergo to the ultrasound department are basically 2. The first visit is in the first trimester, and the second visit, which is also known as the standard examination, anatomic survey or anomalies examination, is done in the second or third trimester. So mandatory are only these 2 visits, first in the first trimester and second in the second or third trimester. But there are situations when more number of visits may be required to be made, where specialized examinations are to be performed. For example, the detailed anatomic examination is required when there is suspicion of any anatomic anomaly in the fetus based on the clinical suspicion or based on the normal routine ultrasound reports. The second such situation arises when one has to decide the fetal well-being or the outcome of the pregnancy, when the fetal Doppler study is required. Similar situation arises when the biophysical profile is required to look for the fetal health, and similar situation arises when the fetal echocardiogram is required on the basis of suspicion for the cardiac abnormality. The third category of examinations are called the limited examinations, which give answer to any one specific question only. Suppose in the early pregnancy there is pervaginal bleeding. Then to confirm the fetal viability, whether the embryo or the fetus is alive or not, the patient is referred for the ultrasound examination to confirm the fetal viability. Such situations also arise in the later months of pregnancy, when one has to verify for fetal presentation, whether it is breech presentation or cephalic presentation or transverse lie, and for estimation of the leaker volume, when there is clinically leakage of the amniotic fluid, the leaker volume estimation is required. So very specific question is asked, and answer to that question is given by the ultrasound examination. So basically there are these 3 types of examinations only. Talking about the mandatory examinations, the first trimester examination is done between 11 weeks to 13 weeks and 6 days of the gestational age of the fetus. The main things that are to be answered in this examination are the confirmation of intrauterine pregnancy, that is, there is no ectopic pregnancy, the fetus is inside the uterus. Then estimation of the gestational age. It is to be noted that the most accurate gestational age is calculated from the CRL, that is the crown rump length, during the first trimester examination. Then confirmation of multiple gestations, whether there is single fetus or there are twins or triplets. Measuring NT, that is the nuchal translucency, which is required for ruling out the aneuploidy like Down syndrome. And assessment of few anomalies, example anencephaly, where the fetal brain, fetal head is absent. The second trimester examination is done between 18 weeks to 24 weeks. This is the most detailed examination of the fetus, where screening of the anatomic fetal anomalies are done. Estimation of gestational age, estimation of fetal weight, and evaluation of fetal growth. These also are done during this examination. Apart from this, evaluation of the cervix and assessment of the amniotic fluid also is carried out. So, the first and second trimester examinations are the only examinations that are mandatory. The other examinations arise in certain clinical situations and they are not mandatory. Thank you.